Yo, welcome to Trippy commentaries and our coverage of the 2015 fantasy football season. I'm RJ, joining up with Mike.
Yo.
Here we are with our running back rankings, Mike. I really feel like you can get a good 1-2 punch in the first, second, and third rounds, but after that it gets a little bit risky. We do have a familiar guy coming in at number one of your boys.
Yeah, it definitely seems as if there's a lot of good running backs out there this year. Let's take a look.
Jamaal Charles is our top guy. I think Le'Veon Bell would definitely be number one if it wasn't for the suspension, but we've seen Jamaal Charles do this each and every year, be a complete beast. He's in the running back happy Andy Reid system, and I like him a lot this year once again.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Jamaal Charles at number one. I picked him at number one overall myself.
Many times.
Yeah, I unfortunately got him the season he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So, I really, I'd have to go with him here at number one. A solid pick.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of Le'Veon, and you can't go wrong with him, but every week is important in fantasy football, so you might not be able to win one of those weeks where he is suspended. Go with Jamaal Charles and hope that he is there for you every week to be a monster. Pittsburgh Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell does come in at number two. What do you think, Mike? Eddie Lacy's going to be there all season long. He was extremely good himself. Would you take Lacy or Le'Veon Bell?
Me personally, I would take Lacy here over Bell just because of the 3-game suspension that Le'Veon is probably going to face. But
Definitely.
It's really a toss-up between the two. I don't think you can go wrong with Bell here.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, so good in the passing game. Of course, a great running back overall and deserving of a number two spot despite having to miss those games. Hopefully he comes back strong. Eddie Lacy does come in at number three in my rankings. He's an extremely safe pick this year in a very productive offense. Let's face it, you're lucky if you get Lacy.
Yeah, Lacy at number three here is a solid pick. You can't go wrong with Eddie Lacy in the Packers offense.
Mike, I'm extremely high on Matt Forte this year. He's been so good the past few seasons. Now he's going to be in the John Fox system. There's been some random running backs under John Fox do very well. Matt Forte is extremely legit. I feel like people don't talk about him as much as they should, and this year he is a top-notch pick.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a sure bet always for plenty of receiving yards and plenty of rushing yards. He's definitely a solid pick at number four here on the list.
Gotta take him. Our number 5 running back, Marshawn Lynch, will be featured in the upcoming Call of Duty game, Black Ops 3, as the head villain, and he's a really safe pick. I like him a lot. Seattle should have given him the ball on the one against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, so hopefully they feed him plenty of touchdowns in 2015.
Yeah, I think he wants to make up for that and possibly lead the Seahawks to another Super Bowl. And he's going to hopefully be a great villain in this new COD game.
Oh, hell yeah, man. What's better than having your lead running back be featured in Call of Duty? I want Marshawn Lynch this year.
Should be epic.
Now, I know some people might be wondering when Adrian Peterson will make this list. I actually like Cincinnati Bengals running back Jeremy Hill over Peterson. He was a beast down the home stretch. Giovanni Bernard is now really just a third down back, maybe a pass catching back. Jeremy Hill makes some huge runs. I've been a fan of him since the SEC days, and I think he is a great bet to have an even bigger season than he had last year.
Yeah, Jeremy Hill is definitely a solid choice here. It's a little questionable with Adrian Peterson coming back completely healthy, and he's definitely going to have a fire under his ass. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two play out.
Yeah, but still, Cincinnati, they have A.J. Green to open up the offense. You hand it to Jeremy Hill. We've seen him bust out 80-yarders. That's what I love about this guy. Nothing better than having your fantasy running back at an 80-yard touchdown. That's a lot of points all at once.
Oh yeah, definitely can't go wrong with Jeremy Hill here.
So Adrian Peterson is a pretty good value here at number 7, Mikey. You have Teddy Bridgewater coming in a second season. Should improve with Mike Wallace. We really like Charles Johnson a lot. Adrian Peterson, like you said, is definitely healthy and certainly rested, but does he still have it?
Yeah, I think AP certainly does still have it. At number 7 here is definitely a great spot for him. I think he's capable of putting up numbers that he used to in the past. So look for Adrian Peterson to have a big year once again.
Yeah, and the Minnesota Viking running back was very productive last year, whether it be McKinnon, Matt Asiata. So it is a good bet that that running back will be good again, and this time it's Adrian Peterson. Imagine you could have the number 7 overall pick and have him fall to you. Not too bad. Speaking of good values, LaShawn McCoy comes in at number 8. He's on a new team, the Buffalo Bills. We've seen Buffalo have plenty of good running backs in the past. Fred Jackson is still around. CJ Spiller has been very good before. I think LaShawn McCoy is going to be great. He's always one of the best fantasy running backs. I'm a little bit worried about EJ Manuel, but it shouldn't hold him back too much.
Not at all. Shady McCoy is a great running back, and he shouldn't have any problem putting up over 1,000 yards plus, and look for him to have a great season.
I want to see those big plays that he's been accustomed to making. Hopefully Buffalo has a top-notch running back to lead them to a winning season. Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. DeMarco Murray coming in at number 9. A lot of people are downgrading him because of the presence of Ryan Matthews, but Philadelphia is a great place for running backs, and we've seen them have plenty of productivity out of 2 running backs in the past. Nevertheless, I think DeMarco Murray is going to earn most of the running back snaps and put up a lot of fantasy points. This could be a huge bargain from last year's number 1 back.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how DeMarco is only at number 9 here. He should be a lot higher on the list. I mean, he did have the most yards last year, the most fantasy points out of any running back. He really should be at the top of the list. Chip Kelly's going to utilize him the best, and he's going to have a great season. At number 9 here, he's an absolute no-brainer here. You got to take him, no questions.
Yeah, let's not forget, though, DeMarco Murray has really only had that one Super B season. Can he repeat it in Philly? He's still a top 10 back, so if you draft him, I would be very optimistic. Mike, you were wondering how DeMarco Murray was so low. How about C.J. Anderson? He was great last year. Now he's going to be in the Gary Kubiak offense where they're going to lean on him. The only question I have is I think they're going to use Monty Ball a little bit more. Perhaps that does take down C.J. Anderson's value, but still number 10, I think he's foolproof.
Absolutely. C.J. Anderson at number 10 is a great pick. You can't go wrong. Coupling him with Peyton Manning is a great running back, and the passing game complements well with the running game. So
yeah,
should do well there in Denver.
Yeah, that's a good point because even though we're so high on him because of Gary Kubiak, really any running back who plays with Peyton Manning is going to be very, very good. Lamar Miller at number 11 comes into the 2015 season kind of underrated. I feel like this is a nice setup for him. Ryan Tannehill is going to continue to improve. Jarvis Landry looked great last year. It's going to open up the running game.
Definitely is. Lamar Miller's very quick, and the only thing I worry about with him is the fumbling. That's my biggest worry with him, but that goes with any running back. So look for Lamar Miller to be a solid pick here at number 11.
Yeah, if you can get him as your number 2 guy, maybe on a wraparound.
Solid.
Very solid. Here's Arian Foster getting a pep talk with LeBron James, who unfortunately just lost the NBA Finals. But Arian Foster at number 12, Mike, unfortunately, I think it's only a matter of time before he gets a season-ending injury. He's been through so much hard work running up the trenches for the Texans. I'm a little bit worried about him this year.
Yeah, I mean, Arian Foster will be good for the first 3 to 4 games until he gets a pulled hamstring, so enjoy him.
Or he stays healthy and he's a beast. That's pretty much what you're going with if you draft Arian Foster. Mike, here's a guy I know you're high on. Frank Gore, now with the Indianapolis Colts. Nobody respected Colin Kaepernick's passing game in San Francisco, so they would load the box to stop Frank Gore. That is not going to happen with Andrew Luck there in Indy. And even at number 13, if you can get him in the second round, That's a pretty good range for Frank Gore, who could be a number 1 running back this year easily.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you get Frank Gore in the second or third round this year, you're sitting pretty, because I think he's going to be number 1 back this year. With Andrew Luck, I mean, it's like the same situation with Peyton Manning. The running backs are always good. I think we're going to see the same thing in Indianapolis.
I was really riding out Ahmad Bradshaw last year until he had his season-ending injury. If they can give Frank Gore some Ahmad Bradshaw-like touches, those screen passes, especially close to the end zone, Frank Gore's value is going to be maybe as big as we've ever seen it. Justin Forsett at number 14 is kind of a one-year wonder, but we've had so much hype from him in the past. I remember his Seattle years, they barely even used him, so he should have some good seasons left. If he can repeat the success he had last year as Baltimore's number 1 running back, that's a great value here at number 14, Mikey.
Definitely a great value. I really like Justin Forsett here.
I really like Carolina Panthers running back Jonathan Stewart this year, guys. He's definitely going to be the lead back. No more D'Angelo Williams. And he was very consistent last year towards the end, of course, especially when D'Angelo was injured. I think the Carolina Panthers offense is going to be very productive. Definitely draft Jonathan Stewart. Melvin Gordon's got the tools to be a great running back, Mike. He lands in a very good spot. The San Diego Chargers have a lot of weapons. Melvin Gordon is going to be the number 1 guy there. He's a rookie, and sometimes rookies tend to let you down, but I don't think he will in this case.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Melvin Gordon can do as a number 1 back in the NFL. I think he's going to be a good back overall, and I think he's going to be a solid fantasy pick.
Yep, he comes in at number 16. Latavius Murray coming in at number 17. He's had some explosive games in the past. Really came onto the scene last year. He's Oakland's lead back. They bring in Amari Cooper. Does that open up the running back game, Mike? Because I really like Latavius Murray here.
Yeah, it possibly could open up the running back game. I mean, you've got Michael Crabtree now on the Raiders along with Amari Cooper. And Derek Carr looks like he's getting better as his time goes on. So we could have a good back evolving here.
Oh, yeah. I hope he stays healthy. And like you said, I hope Derek Carr improves. If all that happens, because I'm pretty confident Amari Cooper is going to be very good, then Latavius Murray could be a number 1 running back. High upside here. TJ Yeldon at number 18 is definitely one of my guys this season. I'll be drafting him in a lot of my fantasy leagues. He's going to take over the Jacksonville Jaguars' lead running back role. Denard Robinson and Toby Gerhart are still pretty good, so they might snipe some touchdowns from him. But TJ Yeldon was so good in the SEC, I look for him to be very good in the AFC South. Mike, you going to take a flyer on this rookie?
Yeah, I mean, I might take a flyer on him as my flex pick, or maybe a late, second running back. But TJ Yeldon could be a solid pick as a number 1 running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
yeah, they really like him there, and I really like him. Andre Ellington at number 19. Man, he's still the number 1 guy in Arizona. He's undersized. He's been getting injured, but he is productive. The only thing I don't like about him is his yards per carry is very low. I was expecting Arizona to bring in somebody to compete with him, but nope. So he's got the job to himself. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be good.
absolutely, that's the main issue at hand here with Andre Ellington, is his health. If he can stay healthy, I think he has the capability of being a number 1 running back possibly.
You think with his receiving skills?
Exactly, and I think he has the capability to get a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, he does have big play ability, that's for sure. Number 20, Mark Ingram, had a lot of touchdowns last year, was really very, very good when he was healthy, but I'm downgrading him. CJ Spiller, I think, is going to take a lot of carries and plays in that backfield, so I can't put Mark Ingram as high as a lot of people think he should be.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. CJ Spiller is definitely going to take a hit on some of Ingram's stats, so you got to move Ingram into either that flex position or second running back.
I think second running back would still be cool, but if CJ Spiller explodes like I think he might in this offense, no more Jimmy Graham, they're going to be getting inventive. That might lower Mark Ingram's stats. The fact of the matter, though, is that Mark Ingram is still a good running back, and the Saints are still going to use him. So even though I rank him low, I think he's very useful and a good pick if you can grab him. Joseph Randle coming in at number 21 could be a mega value, Mike. The Dallas Cowboys have a studly offensive line. As long as they give him the touches, he's going to have value. I'm a little bit worried about Darren McFadden here.
Yeah, I mean, Darren McFadden is still going to be solid. I think they're going to hand the ball off to him a lot. I think he could be a little bit sneaky, but like you said, Randall's stats last season were great when he was filling in for DeMarco Murray.
Big
so
time.
Look for him to be a great sleeper pick here.
Oh yeah, if they give him the ball, he's going to be huge, possibly a number 1 running back. Not bad for a 21 ranked guy heading into the preseason. Finishing out the list is number 22, Alfred Morris. I would have him higher, but I'm a fan of their new rookie running back, Matt Jones. And Alfred Morris seems to be vultured more than any other running back in the league. I hate owning him, so I'm going to stay away. At this point, though, possibly he's your flex. That's not too bad, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, for 22 here, this is a great spot for Alfred Morris. Hopefully he has a bounce back year with RG3, hopefully having one as well, and we'll see.
Yeah, I noticed he tends to be overdrafted in many fantasy drafts. If he falls in yours, that would be an excellent flex, or maybe a code blue emergency number 2 running back. He's still the guy there, but watch out for new running back Matt Jones. We like him here at Trippy Commentaries. Thank you guys for joining us for our 2015 Fantasy Football Running Backs preview. The last guy we have to mention is Todd Gurley. At the time of this recording, we're predicting that he will be placed on the PUP list to start the season. He should be very good when he gets back, but they still have Trey Mason, and I kind of like Trey Mason as a number 2, definitely a flex running back while Todd Gurley's out. So try to pick up both of them. If you can get Mason and Gurley, that'll be a very good situation for you guys. Once again, make sure to stay tuned here at Trippy Commentaries for everything fantasy football. We have you covered all season long, so keep it here, and of course, stay trippy.